Hatim al-Ta'i, a name synonymous with generosity. It is said that he was once visited by a Bedouin. He sought food, water, and rest at his home. However, when the Bedouin arrived, Hatim greeted him coldly. "What brings you here?" Hatim asked. And the Bedouin, surprised by Hatim's tone and slightly embarrassed, said, "I'm a traveler. I came to you seeking for food and shelter, as I've heard from the Arabs about your hospitality and generosity." And then Hatim responded, "Do you think my home is open to every stranger seeking food and shelter?" The Bedouin, embarrassed and humiliated, mounted his horse and left in silence. But Hatim wasn't finished here. After the Bedouin left, he quickly disguised himself, covered his face, and went chasing after him. And when he caught up to him, he greeted him warmly. "O brother of the Arabs, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Where are you coming from?" And the Bedouin, still upset, but not recognizing Hatim, replied, "I've just came from Hatim al-Ta'i's house." Then Hatim curiously asked, "And what did you find there?" The Bedouin remained in silence for a moment, then said, "I was hungry, then he fed me, and I was thirsty, and he gave me drink." Surprised, Hatim laughed and revealed himself to him. "Why would you lie to me?" Hatim said. "I was the one turning you away." The Bedouin replied, "Wallahi, I swear to God, had I told the truth, the Arabs would think that I turned mad, because everyone knows about Hatim's generosity." Impressed by the Bedouin's answer, Hatim brought him back to his home. There he slaughtered a camel for him, prepared a grand feast, and honored him as a guest. The reputation of Hatim's generosity and hospitality was larger than life, and even though Hatim might have done this only to test what this Bedouin is like, still Hatim's reputation prevented the Bedouin from saying anything against what was known about him amongst the Arabs. A perfect example of how a good reputation can define a person and how it can create expectations from others. The Arab culture is built on many pillars, but the main important ones are family, honor, and reputation. And these aren't just words, they are lifelines. A man's pride, his family. A family's pride, its women. So in our culture, reputation isn't a personal accessory. It's a shared legacy. You can build a pristine mirror, polished and spotless, over years of efforts. But one careless scratch, it's there forever. This is how Arabs view reputation. It's fragile like glass. The honor of Arab families is women. So it can be more intense when it comes to women and what is known about them. It is sometimes perceived harsh by some women. Bad circumstances will be the result of bad reputation for both men and women. And some women complain because they see how families give more importance to their wrongdoings, and they are more tolerant with the wrongdoings of the man. And because we are a society that lives by the religion, they first say that there is double standards in Islam, which is not true. It's more of a cultural thing, and it's not very accurate actually to say that there's double standards. The negative outcomes might not be the same, but there will still be negative outcomes. Reputation becomes more sacred when it's tied to honor, and that's why it can seem more intense when it comes to women. A man's honor is his sister, his wife, his mother, and all the women in his family. And that's why Arab men are told, before you play with a woman, remember she's someone's daughter, she's someone's sister. Many men play games with women, thinking that their actions won't catch up with them. They promise love, only to abandon, and all they do is flirt, deceive, and move on. And you see some of them say, "I will never marry someone I spoke to yesterday." So it's different phases. Playing phase, we play with anyone, and then when we get serious, we want a pious woman, a pious wife. And that's for sure unacceptable, but it exists. So to the men who say, "I will never be with a woman I spoke to yesterday," we say, perhaps you're right, but you'll never know the exact history of the woman you will settle with, and with whom she was speaking yesterday. Playing games with someone else's daughter, you're setting the stage for someone else to do the same with your sisters. And it's a cycle that destroys families. So a real Arab man understands this deeply, and he doesn't tarnish a woman's dignity, because he sees her as someone's daughter, as someone's sister, as someone's future wife. And he knows that his actions today would ripple into his own life tomorrow. I had to bring this topic today because the way we care about reputation and honor influences our behavior heavily. You might see your husband concerns about things that might seem trivial to you as a non-Arab woman, but they matter a lot to him. Reputation in our culture isn't just about whispers and passing judgments of others. It's about the story people attach to our name. It becomes the lens through which we are seen, whether it's accurate or not. Even Robert Greene agrees with the idea of protecting your reputation. One of the laws of power is protect your reputation by all means. But in our culture, your bad reputation doesn't affect only you, it affects your family, your community, your tribe. So it's even more significant. The life of everyone connected to you can be shaped by your reputation. For you as a woman, your reputation can determine the kind of life you lead. Marriage prospects are often tied directly to how untarnished your name is. A single rumor, no matter how baseless, can be the barrier between you and your future husband. Families will ask, they always do, what will people say if we marry our son to him? And they do ask also, what will people say if we marry our daughter to him? It goes both ways, because the weight of this question extends to their honor as well. And for men, reputation affects their respect in the community. It determines whether their words are trusted or not, whether doors are open for them, and whether they're seen as protectors of their family's honor. And a man who neglects his own reputation or tarnishes that of others, especially women, find that respect towards him will erode quickly. And for Arabs, respect isn't a light thing, isn't just a social currency. It's survival. A man cannot live when disrespected. He will have to move to another country and change his name. It won't be easy for him. So what's the takeaway from this? I wanted you from this video to understand that for us, reputation matters a lot. And we do care a lot about what people will say. We do care about the honor of the family, how to preserve it and how to protect it from people who might mess with it. So reputation for us isn't about appearances. It's about values. It's also about respecting yourself, respecting others. And while doing everything, realizing that your action doesn't exist in isolation. They ripple through your family, your husband's family, and not to forget your community and your future.